Running a grocery store is tough business. No one knows this better than Frank Caparelli. Dealing with workers who don't understand basic hygiene, always on their phone during work hours, woo-hooing in the supply closet, and they never remember to clean the bathroom. The customers, well, they're fed up. Complaint after complaint, but honestly, so is Frank. I mean, he's a nice guy, but nice doesn't make you a lot of money in this business. After cleaning house, it's time to find some competent help. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever and whenever you're watching this video. And as you can see, this is a little bit different than what we usually do on the channel. Today we are reviewing the grocery store pack, which is, I guess you can call it a CC pack done by the very talented Chérisi. Round of applause, round of applause. Okay, so to kind of get straight into it, this is a pack which is a part of her series that she is working on, which is called the Worker NPC series. So if you're interested in learning more about this series, please check out her YouTube channel. She makes a lot of videos focused around creating basically content for The Sims, so like poses, mods, all that good stuff. She also has a Patreon you should check out too, to get more updates on the projects she's working on and to download the CC if you're interested. But focusing back on the point of this video, as I mentioned, grocery store pack CC. What does that mean? So in this pack, she has created some deco sims, and these are not any ordinary deco sims. These are animated deco sims. Yes, I said animated. They actually move, they have little animations that they do, so they're not just standing there. This pack comes with 8 deco sims. We have 2 butchers, we have 2 bakers, we have a florist, and we have 3 cashiers. They each come with a few different swatches when it comes to their aprons if you want to switch things up, but that is what you can expect. Also, we have some fun little items that comes along with this pack as well, such as some meat items for the butchers, pans, mixing bowls, cutting boards. We even have grocery carts. So we have 2 pretty much regular grocery carts, I guess you can call them, that you might see at a store. One is empty, one comes with a bit of baggage, but the main star of the show is this really cute little kid cart. You know, back in the day when you went grocery shopping with your mom or whoever, you were probably riding around in one of those carts. They cannot be accessed if you're on a community lot, but they're still pretty cute and they add to the atmosphere of an actual grocery store. So that's kind of an overview of the items you can expect when it comes to this pack, but now we're going to jump into the gameplay. So as you can see, we are here with Mr. Frank. You know, he finally went out and hired some competent help when it comes to running this little grocery store that he owns. So let's see who's now on the payroll. Before we take a look at that though, I just want to make it clear that in conjunction with Chérisi's pack, I am also using a few mods from Ravishing. They have a shop ingredient mod, so as you can see here, there's like produce boxes of fruits and vegetables and fish that you can actually click on and purchase. So I'm also using that. So if you notice that, along with this little fridge back here and some of these items over here, that is from Ravishing. But today we are focusing on Chérisi's grocery pack items. So as I mentioned, we do have animated sims, as you can see here, animated deco sims. We have our butcher back here cutting up the meat. And with this pack, it does come with the items. So again, you get some meat, you get some pans. This is separate from the deco sim. So without this, they'll just be cutting air. So you have to add this little item over here to make it make sense. Because, you know, why are you chopping up air? We don't eat air. So that's something to keep in mind. We have some more of the items back here. So some cooked steaks, the chopping board, wrapped up meat. And again, that's just little things to help with the atmosphere. Same with this grocery bag. The pack does come with a few deco grocery bags as well. And then let's take a look at some of our other workers. So you can actually hover over them. But okay, let me cut on headline effects so you can see. But when you hover over these deco sims, they actually have names. You can tell what their occupation is. So here we have Lewis the baker. Over here, her name is Danielle the butcher, which is a nice little touch because again, I feel like if you're like me, you're probably not really into deco sims. I always found the concept a bit weird because it's just basically a statue or a mannequin. But I do like the idea of animated deco sims because I don't know, it just adds a little something, a little bit of realism, if you will. I guess I don't know what word I'm looking for. Anyway, we have the cashier Rosa, we have the other cashier named Greta. There's also a male cashier too, but I only needed 2 for this little grocery store. And then, as I mentioned before, we do have a florist, and she is out here with her little cart selling some flowers. And when it comes to the animations, I like it because they only happen like every few seconds. You know, it's not just a continuous animation cycle of the same, I guess, animations, if that makes sense. There's little pauses, there's variation, so it makes it a bit more realistic, even though they're deco sims and even though they only have a set amount of animations they can cycle through. So that's something to keep in mind. Same if we go back to our deco sims in here. So we have our butcher, she'll chop up the meat, do this little animation. The baker, he's just kind of idling. He'll probably lean down and check as he's doing right now every few seconds. And so same with the cashiers over here. They'll probably just stand around for a bit and then one of them will start typing. So as you can see, she's typing on the register. And then she'll go through a few other animations. So that's something to note when you get this pack. And now moving on to the features, because not only are we getting items and deco sims when it comes to this pack, but there's actual gameplay functionality that comes with it. So if you're looking for an actual realistic type of grocery store in your game, this pack will help you achieve it. Because when you click on these sims, they're not just here for show, okay? You click on them, we have this little grocery store pop up. And what do you know? You can actually buy produce. So our butcher, we have a few options. We can buy meat groceries, we can buy fish groceries, today's catch. So you can actually go in, talk to someone, quote unquote, and buy your groceries that way. You don't have to just order them online. You don't have to travel all the way to Hinford if you're looking for a bit of realism. You can just make your own shop. And if you place them behind the counter and you have a door that accesses the counter, Sims, they will walk around to the back. But if you don't want that, you can just block off the door and they'll just automatically route to the front of the counter. But I have the door back there because that's how I built it. Anyway, once you click on that grocery store pop-up, you decide if you want meat or you want to buy some fish, you'll have this little menu pop up. So when you get Chérisi's grocery store pack, it does come with a complete grocery list that you can check out in the file of the mod. It will let you know what ingredients you can expect to buy in the game. So I think pretty much all of the base game ingredients that we have access to is included in this grocery list. So we'll go and see like the other grocery list, but this is the meat one. So here we have the faux jerky, faux meat, wrapped red meat, wrapped white meat. These are some of the options. So you can select your quantity, how much you want, and you can just buy it that way. So there we go. And then it pops up in your inventory. So again, we have base game, but also if you have DLC, I believe cottage living, Get to Work are a few of the DLCs where you can get some special ingredients, and that is also included in this grocery store list. If you don't have those DLCs, no worries. You can just go into the file and delete the files you don't need. And then moving over, so as you can see again, this is our baker sim. So when we click on them, we click on grocery store, we have the option to buy maybe some cakes and cupcakes, pies and pastries. So if you're throwing a birthday party and you don't feel like baking an actual cake, you can just go in to the grocery store, talk to the baker. And I like that they actually talk too. The menu doesn't immediately pop up. They're actually having a conversation. He's like, hey, I want to make sure you guys are on top of things. You're making the cakes. You're making sure everything's supplied. But, don't overdo it now. Don't overdo it. I don't want you wasting my money. So we talk to him. We have the menu. And as you can see, we have a bunch of different options. So these are actually slices of cake. Interesting. But still pretty handy dandy. Maybe you have a sweet tooth. Come in, buy some cheesecake, buy some cupcakes. Whatever you fancy. Again, you just select your quantity, check out, and it's in your inventory. So that was the cakes menu. We also have the pies and pastries, so you can check that out as well. So those are some of the options you have with the butcher and the baker in here. And when I went over that little overview earlier of the items, this is that grocery store cart. As you can see, we have this swatch, which is, well, not swatch, it's a completely different item. But this one is filled with groceries. You cannot access it since it is on the community lot, but if you put it in a residential lot, you do have access to the inventory. Same with this cart out here, empty, can't really access the inventory. If you try to drag it, doesn't work, but I don't mind because I don't really see myself needing to use it in that way. I'm mostly just using it for decor, so that doesn't bother me. And here we are. As I mentioned, this really cute little kid cart. Again, just deco, but it's so amazing. It's so amazing. It's so good. I love it so much. I'm obsessed. But yeah, those are our little carts. And then let's move over to the cashiers, because same as with the butcher and with the baker, they also have some gameplay options as well. So if we click over on Rosa, I believe, that grocery store pop up again, click on that, and we have some new options we can select. So it does vary depending on who you're talking to. So as you can see, we have grocery sets, and then we have shop for ingredients. So let's say you're looking to cook what's a food item in the game? Chocolate cake. Maybe you're looking to cook chocolate cake or like a spaghetti or something, and you're looking for specific ingredients. You can just click on shop for ingredients. So Frank, he's gonna come over here. There you go, Frank, there you go. He's gonna come over here, talk to Rosa, be like, hey, I need to get a few things. Chatter, 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 chatter. And then as you can see, the menu pops up. So when you're shopping for ingredients, you can select from different categories. We have show all, we have the fish-based ingredients, we have the more, produce like fruit, vegetables, and the milk, cheese, flour. As you can see, there's a lot. You have a lot of options. So all the ingredients that you probably need when cooking, you can find in these categories. Vegetables over here. So maybe order some tomatoes, order some fish, some fruit, this big thing of lettuce, even though it says small. Why is the lettuce so big in this game? And you can even order some of the baking or cooking cookbooks as well, which is a very nice touch. So as you did before, select how much you want, check out. There you go. Or maybe you just want to go to the grocery store and pick up some stuff. You don't have a specific dish in mind. So with that being said, you can also order a grocery set. So the cool thing about the grocery sets is we have a few options when it comes to what type of set we want, depending on your Sim's diet. So as you can see, we have the Meat Lovers Grocery, a set of groceries best suited for Sims who love meat. Shout out to Chérisi's Tumblr as well. I think I forgot to mention that. She does have a Tumblr. Check her out. And then we have a vegetarian option. So nice, nice. With our vegetarian Sims in mind. So Frank, honestly, he's all about meat. So he's definitely not worried about vegetarian. Vegetables, he doesn't really do that. But we'll still pick up one because this is a showcase. So when you order those, again, all this stuff is coming into your inventory. So as you can see here, we have a lot of stuff in our inventory. And then when you get home, you can actually just take the bags out. So here you are with our items. We have that vegetarian bag. Okay, not right now, Kristen. I don't even know who you are. We have this vegetarian bag, and we have our meat lovers grocery bag as well. So when you get home, you can actually take these bags out and you can open them and load the stuff into your fridge. Now, one thing I do want to let you guys know is that if you order items like milk or honey or something that comes in a jar or in some type of bottle, when you drag it out, oh, wait, never mind. Okay, when you drag it out, it works perfectly fine. It works perfectly fine because Chérisi is talented. There's no issue that could stop her. She's amazing. Scratch that from the record. These bottles work perfect. So yeah, as you can see, when you take the bag out, you can just drag the items out. You can go ahead and drink the milk, stuff it in your fridge. Whatever you need to do, you can go ahead and do it because that is how this bag works. Same with the meat lovers pack. So she mentioned this in her video. Again, go watch her YouTube video. There's some recipes that you need like frogs apparently and stuff. So you might find that in the meat lovers pack, but no worries. I mean, maybe if you're feeling a little creeped out, you can just keep it as a pet because I think that's what I'll do. Frank, he's not really a frog legs type of person, so maybe I'll just be like the grocery store mascot, the frog. Yeah, let's go with that. But those are pretty much the, I guess, options that you get when it comes to the 4 main roles, or the 3 main roles, I should say, the cashier, the baker, and the butcher. But let's not forget the florist who is outside because I don't have any room for her in the in the market, because I built the market before I found out that Chérisi was doing this. So if we come out here, we talk to our florist. Again, we have options based on her profession. So she's the florist. That way we can buy flowers, buy a bouquet, buy some gifts. Again, a lot of different options. And I absolutely love the florist. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. That's like the selling point for me when it comes to this pack, because I like building little flower shops to go like on multi-purpose lots, because I don't know, they're just fun to decorate. And now they actually function because I can just drop her anywhere and buy flowers from her. So as you can see, we can buy individual flowers. You can buy it just to have them or to actually plant them. So we got roses, snapdragons, all this good stuff over here. Maybe we want to buy a bouquet for our wife because apparently they're having a tenant revolt, so she's probably stressed. We need to go back, handle that situation. So yeah, bucket of sunshine, cities and dust, some different options for bouquets. But if you're not really the flower type of person, buy some gifts. So instead of having to just hop on your phone, press a button, and automatically have the gift delivered in your door, to your door, you can buy a few gifts. Not that much, but it's still pretty cute, you know? You can get a little digital camera, Bleep the robot, some plants, which honestly, that's pretty clutch, okay? If you have a green thumb sim, you know when you order plants or you're just starting off in the gardening skill, you don't really have access to this. So this is a nice little cheat code. Order some rare plants or maybe some starter flowers. So yeah, instead of hopping on the computer all the time, you can actually go out and about and order some gifts from this random sim on the street or the sim working in the flower shop or in the grocery store or wherever. So that's another thing to keep in mind. This whole pack is based around a grocery store, but these deco sims can work in different areas. So as I mentioned, this florist sim, I have her out here on this market street. I have another one in a floral shop on another lot. Same with the cashiers, or maybe you just want a butcher shop, so all you need is the butcher. Or if you're creating a multi-purpose lot, you can build a bakery and have that baker deco sim be there, so you actually have some functionality to that lot. There's a lot of cool things you can do with this pack, a lot of cool things, and it works so well. Like, I cannot get over how when you come in here, these folks are actually doing stuff. She's actually chopping food. He's looking around like he's actually working or getting ready to bake a cake. It's just a very nice touch because, as I said earlier, I was always iffy about deco sims. I never really used them. I'm slowly starting to get into them though. Like, I'm actually starting to use them a lot more than I did in the past. But this is like next level stuff. Okay, I'm just being honest. I'm not glazing. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just telling you the truth. This is really cool. And if you have, I don't know, if you have the time, if you're interested, I feel like this is a mod that you should definitely try out. You should definitely try out, especially if you're someone who's really into building multi-purpose lots, if you're really into realistic gameplay. I would highly suggest that you try out Chérisi's grocery store pack and continue to follow her because, as I mentioned, she's creating like a whole series based around worker NPCs. She also has some other animated deco sims as well. I believe like some deco sims that are not skiing or skating. She has some park deco sims. She's doing a lot, okay? So go check her out. I'm going to end the video here because honestly, this is my first time doing this and I don't know. I would have stopped before I mess up because I don't want to have to do multiple recordings. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.